There's a collective mental state that's called thinking without actually thinking. It's when the group mind of a targeted population has been hijacked and they can be made to normalize the abnormal, to accept the unacceptable, to defend the undefendable, and made to believe what is in fact ridiculous. This is in fact what has happened to the African American culture. There's nothing normal about calling ourselves niggers. There's nothing defendable about calling our women bitches and hoes. When we sag our pants and glorify pimps, these behaviors are in fact stupid. And the belief that a Bible that strongly condones slavery, written by immoral Romans that routinely engage in massive orgies, incest, and death sports, contains the true words of God, is an asinine belief. And an even more ridiculous belief is that a Bible brutally beaten into the blood-soaked minds of our enslaved ancestors now provides the path to our salvation. These noted facts about the Bible totally disqualifies it from containing the true words of an infallible God. Our people's collective minds have been so distorted that telling the truth now literally offends millions. All of these beliefs are idiotic, but they're believed by millions. This is because millions are thinking without actually thinking. They therefore make enemies of those of us that intelligently points out the fact that these noted behaviors are ridiculous. The problem is that too many of us want to be holy instead of intelligent, critical thinkers. While Black people studied our Bibles, believing that it contained the true words of God that will protect us, white oppressive forces studied instead how to hijack the group minds of large targeted populations, utilizing the social science of the herd mentality. They then used that gained knowledge to mentally enslave millions of African Americans. Herd mentality describes behaviors and beliefs in which people act the same way or adopt similar behaviors as the people around them, often ignoring truth, facts, and common sense in the process. Even intelligent people can be made to believe ridiculous things, even when everyone around them are doing and believing the same things. It's the immense power of the herd mentality. White social scientists and propagandists have indoctrinated lots of Black self-defeating ideologies into the collective minds of the Black population. A simple example of this herd mentality is seen by the fact that many Black people share the consensus ingrained into their minds by white sources that Black people don't read. Most states it like it's a matter of the fact, although they can't actually confirm the statement. They merely keep repeating it as if they have because they heard everyone else say it. It's the herd mentality that works against our own self-interest. Think of it like a sheep blindly following the flock no matter where they go, just because that's what the herd is doing and believing. We're like sheep blindly following the flock, calling ourselves niggers and thugs, calling our women bitches and hoes, sagging our pants, glorifying pimps, and we get our morals from a book written by the most immoral people we've ever encountered. Why? Because everyone else are doing it. All of these behaviors are asinine. These behaviors are in fact asinine, but the herd mentality has resulted in millions of African Americans doing these noted things because everyone else around us are doing them. And no, of course, we didn't do this to ourselves. This collective condition is directly connected to white oppressive forces' monopoly over information and media images that are systematically fed into the collective minds of Black people. Because they control the information that we receive, this allows them to control what we believe. Regardless of how intelligent people are, if it's possible to control the information that people receive, it's entirely possible to control what they'll believe. White oppressive forces have exploited their monopoly over information that black people receives by feeding lots of black self-defeating disinformation into the collective minds of black people, that of which a self-defeating herd mentality is then formed around. This mental enslaving system was originally developed at the Tavistock Institute of Human Behavior. The Tavistock Institute of Human Behavior is the largest mass manipulation organization in the world. It is the world's center for mass brainwashing and social engineering activities. It grew from its beginning at Wellington House into a sophisticated organization that was designed to shape the destiny of the entire planet, and in the process change the paradigm of modern society. With connections to U.S. research institutions and think tanks, the Tavistock Institute has a large reach. Today, the Tavistock Institute of Human Behavior is now known as the Tavistock Institute of Human Relation because it sounds less ominous. A founding architect of the mass manipulation tactics used by Tavistock was Edward Bernays. Bernays is regarded as the father of mass manipulation warfare. The Tavistock Institute has praised Bernays as being its greatest prophet. Bernays was the first mass manipulation expert to use his uncle Sigmund Freud's study of the human mind to develop tactics for controlling the minds of large targeted population. He was the mass manipulation expert that permanently impressed upon the ruling elites the potential of large-scale propaganda to control public opinion and targeted population. Bernays was also appointed as an advisor to several U.S. presidents, from Woodrow Wilson to Eisenhower. Bernays wrote in his 1929 book, Propaganda, that if we understand the mechanism and motive of the group mind, it's now possible to control and regiment the masses and targeted populations according to our will without them even knowing it. Bernays further stated that the human mind is like a computer. No matter how efficient it may be, its reliability is only as great as the information fed into it. If it's possible to control the input into the human mind, then no matter how intelligent people are, it's entirely possible to control what they will think. This is the reality. We have to elevate our minds above a biblical fairy tale and start to recognize that there are social science. As long as we keep reading our Bibles, Willie Lynch, we will remain easy victims for those who have studied how to hijack the human mind. Our core problem is that most Black people are totally clueless of the war that's being waged against our minds. More specifically, totally clueless of how white oppressive forces exploits their monopoly over information that we receive to manipulate our collective minds to think in ways that serve their nefarious agendas against us. It's time to wake up. White oppressive forces have created a psychological prison for our minds. I'm trying to free your mind, but I can only show you the door. You're the one that has to walk through it. Brothers and sisters, it's time to wake up to our reality. One love and peace.